But what a start for him. He said, I try to be aggressive. I also look for pitches I can lay off and shut down if it's not a good pitch. Whatever is working is absolutely working in the early going, D-Row. What is it?
You know what I love about this? 7th overall pick by the D-backs in 2017, considered the top college bat coming out. And it didn't just come overnight for him. He had to grind it out a little bit, got to the big leagues, got sent down. But now he came up last August, and got smoking hot. They were able to have Jock Peterson sign with the Texas Rangers, and now he gives Josh Naylor a day off his feet. He does a little DH-ing. Let's get into if he's made any differences in his swing and how he's become a complete hitter. You see their career accolades, 7th overall, 91st ranked prospect entering 2018. Whoa, let's get into it and break down if he's made any wholesale changes. This guy can flat hit, okay? And he does a lot of things right at the plate. His minimal movement, just needed consistent ABs, and it took some time. So pause this, bring up, yes, since September of 2024 with MLB ranks, 130 plate appearances. On base percentage, he's second. Slug, he's first. Weighted runs created plus, he's third. Walk percentage, sixth. And barrel rate, he's third. I mean, it's not like he's like 16th and 17th. I mean, we're in the top 10 here in every good category. All right, I wanted to see what he looked like. I always say this. You are a version of your high school and college self. Not much is going to change. It's just going to get cleaned up. And you saw, coming out of Virginia, it was a bat that played. So here we go. September of last year, he comes to the big leagues, and he's been killing the baseball ever since. And he does a couple things really well that we're going to get into as this video progresses. So pause this, bring up his metrics on what he's been doing, okay? Eric Nays, researcher to the Stars, and I told him last day of the season, he's coming out from behind this skybox and taking a bow.
There you go.
Because this is unbelievable stuff. It's digestible.
There you go, Nays. Come on, one time.
It's digestible
Nays,
for the
raise
people
your
at
hand.
home.
There you go, Nays.
Here we go.
I see you in there, Capalbs.
Yeah, I see you, Capalbs.
Pull percentage before. All right, he's pulling the ball more. But I love the fact he can go the other way. His hard hit rate's up. His barrel percentage is up. So let's see if he's done anything differently since he showed up. Bring up the side-by-side front angle. All right, drink this in. He's looking to drive the ball up the middle the other way with his feet presenting here. Kind of pigeon-toed towards left center. Opened up a little bit. Just a smidge, but it's noticeable. Give me the side-by-side. Similar leg kick, maybe a little bit more aggressive. Pause this. He's gotten a little bit more athletic in 2025. He's shortened this up. Shortened up. Here he's a little wider. And what I noticed and Alex Avila noticed back in edit is you see right here, he's not totally into his backside, the inside of his back hip, the inside of his back knee. He's kind of loose on his backside. You can tell, and we saw Pete Crow Armstrong was like this. The one thing I tell the kids at home, make sure that this knee does not get beyond this foot, because then you start swaying. This knee has got to be that piece of rebar we talk about. The tension's got to be on the inside of the quad and the inside of the back knee. And you're staying here and delivering a blow. If I start to let this knee get a little loose on me, that's when the head starts moving. That's when the Jeff Samardzijas of the world, he's over in the corner. He's going to come out here and kill it. Starts throwing that nasty sinker and you're dead. Run this. So he does three things that make you a great hitter, in my opinion. Number one, can you control the strike zone? Run this. All right, we're going to bring up the board first. Lowest chase percentage since start of September 2024. He's up there. Jonathan India, that was interesting. Leading off for the Royals, Aaron Judge. But watch these tough takes. I'm swinging at that. 3-2, that's got a lot of the plate. Ben Brown. So the ability to control the strike zone, know what he does well and what he doesn't do well, knows the pitches he handles. Number two, can you handle a heater? None of us got to the big leagues sitting on breaking stuff. Can you get on an elevated fastball, 95 plus, and drive it out of the yard? He's been able to do that since the start of last August. 96, top of the zone, turn and burn. Bring up that board, Will. It's a good-looking swing. Average and slug leaders versus fastball since September of last year. He's got Aaron Judge beat. Pavin Smith, Aaron Judge, Tyler Soderstrom. And what's the third thing? Can you control the strike zone? Can you hit the heater? And can you drive it opposite field? He does that as well. Let's get back into the tape right here. We'll watch him drive some balls. 3-2. I mean, you're telling me that ball's top of the wall? I know Arizona's a good place to hit, but he picked that off the ground. 99, driving it. Opposite field gap. Max Meyer struck out 14 not too long ago. Gets a 1-0 changeup. Dead center. So, Torey Lovello's got a lot to like with his first base combo, with Josh Naylor playing every day, hitting for average, and then he's got, I'm going to call him Pavin. Pavin Smith, slug by direction, career splits. Through August of 2024, he was a pull guy, straight to oppo. He wasn't driving it out of the yard. Since September, and you see it. Big numbers right there. And straightaway opposite field slug leader since September 1st of 2024. Aaron Judge, Pavin Smith. So.
All right, welcome back. Bringing you back into something that happened just a little while ago between the Rockies and the Braves. Nick Allen's thrown out by Jacob Stallings. We're going to show you the throw again because Stallings has dropped down on one knee. And there's so much discussion every year about one knee technique for throwing. It's hard to see because he kind of popped out of his crouch there. For throwing, for blocking pitches, and for Alex Avila, who spent 13 years in the big leagues and the better part of his adult life catching. You're the perfect guy to talk about this with because there's pros and cons to it. Why do guys feel like it's advantageous, and then at what cost when they go down to one knee?
Matty, this is the question that I get the most since I've retired from former players, from guys still playing now, from fans, from everyone as far as catching on a knee because it's drastically different than what we've been used to for so many years. And myself, I kind of transitioned from being a traditional guy in a crouch. I did most of my career to actually catching on a knee for a decent part of at the end of my career. Now, what I did, though, was a bit of a hybrid because I understood, hey, I'm not as athletic as some of these guys to be able to stay on a knee and be able to put my body in a position to block and to be able to throw. So at times, I would stay in my crouch with guys on base or when there was 2 strikes on a hitter to make sure I could always block and throw. But that was because I understood my limitations. Now, for some catchers, some guys will just stay on a knee and they'll end up, just kind of sacrificing everything else in order to get the framing numbers to be able to steal strikes, right?
Yeah.
I knew myself and what my limitations were. So for a lot of guys, they end up just going to a knee because they want to be able to steal strikes and they kind of sacrifice their blocking and their throwing. Now, the problem is some guys could be able to do everything well. And I wanted to get into some guys that do not only framing well, but they also block well, they also throw well from a knee. They're able to do that from a knee and be able to put their bodies in position. Now, the framing, the first part of it, here is we have, Kirk, Moreno, Bo Naylor's been doing really well, Wells, Narvaez for Boston. These guys, the framing part is what everyone knows. Hey, on a knee, what does it help? It helps me get that low strike. We see Kirk here kind of beat the ball to the spot. Same thing on the inside pitch. What does the knee do? It gives you a more comfortable position to be able to put your body in a position to steal those strikes, and mainly for those low pitches and those pitches that are like 50%, kind of that 50-50 zone where you're not sure if it's quite a strike or a ball. That was a great one right there by Moreno. Quick hands, soft hands. The thing is, now it's blocking and throwing where people tend to, lack as far as their ability to be able to do it. These guys have been doing it great. And Narvaez has been doing a fantastic job. We talked about Dylan Dingler early in the show. He's been doing fantastic at it as well. The thing is putting yourself in a position, even with the knee, you have that left leg out, using your heel to be able to shift your body to be able to get this pitch right here. I don't care where you're positioned on a knee or in a crouch. You're just doing everything you can to get in front of it. You're not just, being able to block that the most typical way. But all these situations are with guys on base, guys on second base, guy on third base, less than 2 outs, and they're still able to get in front of the ball and keep it in front of them and block well. So you're not giving that up just because you're trying to steal runs. Now, the other thing is throwing. People think, well, you're on a knee. You're not going to be able to be in as good a position to throw. These guys are bucking that trend right here. Contreras, he's throwing over 50%. I know guys that caught their entire careers in a crouch and never sniffed 50% at being able to throw guys out. It's the athleticism. It's understanding what your body can do as a catcher. And you can see Contreras here always just making sure he's in the right position to be able to make a strong, accurate throw. Whether it's to second base, whether it's to third base, but it's positioning his leg, his right leg to be able to push off and throw like if he was in a regular crouch. Baez with St. Louis does a great job with it as well. Making sure his body's in a position, shifting his leg to get ready and give himself the best chance to throw the runner out.